Hello Africa, hello world. My name is Lino Buoge.
And my beautiful name is Dorcas Omwale.
And this is
Friends from Africa for Africa.
I feel quite excited for today. Are you?
I'm very excited, very happy, ready to learn, ready to understand everything about African skin. Oh, alhamdulillah, indeed.
Alhamdulillah, it's quite exciting. Today we're going to be learning about the African skin. As you can see, we're not quite made up. We are getting into the truth. We are reclaiming our identity and we are going back to the roots. So this is where you want to keep it because it's getting exciting. And first of all, if you ever used Colgate or Lemon, we see you. Keep it right here. This is Friends from Africa for Africa. We're going to get into right into it. All right, welcome back. This is Friends from Africa for Africa, and we are just from having such an amazing session. It was reflecting and reminiscing on some of the things that we knew about skincare, or some of the things that we thought we knew about skincare.
Oh yeah, we thought we knew skincare, Dorcas, but turns out we need to get schooled. Beyond application, we need to get into the data, especially if it's Africa. This is Thayu Skincare. Get ready to get schooled. Back to you, Dorcas.
And we are back now to learn more and more about now skincare in depth. And I'm joined by the very amazing Bernice, founder of Thayu Skincare line. And we just want to get to know more about it and to get to know more about her as an individual. So I'll just start by asking, when did your love for skincare start? When did your love for skin, loving your skin, when did that start?
First of all, my name is Bernice, and thank you so much for having me on this show. So when did I start having love for skin? I think as a young child, I've always been into the cosmetic world. I'm really a makeup fanatic. It's just because also I sell skincare, so I'm a brand. I have to walk like I own the brand sometimes. So I really do love makeup. So the first time I got into cosmetics, I knew I'm going to kick off with the beauty world, in that I'm also a freelancer makeup artist. So I do enjoy creativity on a canvas. So I ventured into it first by makeup, and then I learned more and leaned more on skincare after finding out I'm breaking out. After makeup I'm getting irritations, and also a long diagnosis of our family having eczema and skin-related chronic diseases. So yes.
So this majorly started from the breakout moment?
Yes. So practically the way we started Thayu Skincare, actually people don't know, it wasn't Thayu Skincare to begin with. It was Bernice Blossoms. This was back in 2023. I was, fresh joining campus, and I wanted to venture into something I could do. So my sister at the time, I come from a family of very young. I'm actually the eldest daughter, so you can imagine. I have younger siblings, and she had a condition with eczema for some time. She had tried out everything, and it kept on, recurring on and on. So I decided, why not to do my own research and find out how we can actually curb this problem, especially being Black people. So I sat down. At the moment, we had a nanny also. She was from our neighboring Uganda, and we had heard about shea butter at the time. During Corona, there was shea butter. People were selling it online. So I came to understand that it has a lot of benefits. And I told her, you know what, bring me maybe a gallon or two. And that's how I started a whipped butter company.
Okay.
And that is how the rise of Bernice Blossoms, now turned into Thayu, kicked off. So after Bernice Blossoms, we stayed over like maybe 2 years. That is funding, the small business entrepreneurs' problems. So we had to curb that gap in the market. So we said for 2 years, looked for capital, worked jobs differently here and there, and we managed to bring Thayu, and we have not even finished an year, but we have been doing tremendously well.
Fantastic. And you've been doing well, honestly.
Thank you.
And you've mentioned a couple of things. You've mentioned makeup, you've mentioned the family history, and now getting into the business side. I want to go back to makeup because I'm also a fan of makeup, and something about makeup maybe. Did you ever at one point think maybe it is because of the kind of makeup that I'm using? Did you ever think maybe I'm using the, let me just say, the low grade
Yeah.
lack of a better word. Did you ever think maybe that is what is leading to my skin breaking out? Or did you just say, I think makeup done, I think this is just my skin? Did you ever think it is the products that you're using?
Yeah, for a moment I did. Due to social media uproar, there was a lot of, reviews. People would be like, don't buy this products from here, get yourself this from here. And I also understood from some creators that they were talking about skin prepping a lot.
Yeah.
So I majorly focused on what is the skin prep and what do I need to do for my product to sit well. But it is also true. I also took a step back from buying, cheap is expensive.
Very.
You put on, a cheap, what I would call cheap in my own term, for a foundation, and then it gets ashy, and all
Yes,
that. So
yeah.
it accumulates and hurts the skin, leave it dry. And these products are actually not made for the black skin. They are produced in other countries,
I
not
love that, yeah,
yes,
sure.
and not they have not done experiments with black skin.
Yes.
So how are we gonna curb the problem of they're not made for us?
Yeah.
So yes,
So cheap, expensive.
cheap is expensive.
And also for the same, think also for the same with the skincare. Did you try any other products when you found out that your skin was breaking? Did you try any other products before you started the shea butter whipping as an individual?
To be honest, yeah, but no, I wouldn't say, for me personally, I wouldn't say I had tried a wide range of products. It's just that I have seen some things you can learn from experience and from other people.
Yeah.
So I gathered information in that I did my own tallying, and I found out that so many people have tried so many products, including my close relatives and close family, and they're like, nothing is working. So I was like, I'm not gonna, you know what, I can actually find a solution. Because I've told you, being a fast boy, you're forced to come up with solutions. And I ought to, come up with my own. And I was like, why not own a business that I can actually help people and change their lives and get a better story.
Okay. So visits to dermatologists, especially because now this is a family history with eczema. So you had to go to a dermatologist, get your skin checked, and then now the research followed. Because I understand you didn't use any products that were related to eczema at that particular time, or because already the family had already tried and it didn't work, so you never tried.
Okay, so for me, basically what I meant when I said I hadn't used a variety of products regarding face. So we do face and body products. So mostly, yes. So what mostly we have in our family is more of the dietary eczema. So it tends to affect body parts, less of the face, more of other body parts. So I really didn't focus on a range of very different products. But for the body, yes, I did. We actually stayed curating the products for over 6 months without actually releasing anything. It is us going to formulation, going for classes, going to meet young farmers where we could be getting our products from. So it was a long journey. But yes, we did try a lot of products, and we actually took some from the shelves. Yes, the companies that are running now, and they're really good in the market, and we picked them, and it's good. Nothing is new. You just have to curate it maybe in a different way.
Sure.
So we had to pick products and try, maximize on our own intelligence and what we had at the moment.
Oh, that's fantastic. And you mentioned something also dealing with farmers, local farmers. So majorly the products that you're using in the making of Thayu skincare products is majorly locally sourced, or can you just tell us about that?
Yes, so basically, even from the word Thayu, which means peace actually in Kikuyu and means life in Kamba. So it's an incorporation of beauty as you try to love your own skin. So when we started this company, we were like, it's for the black people, made for the black skin. So it has to be from the black farmers. Because we want
I love that.
Yes, we want to centralize everything to
Yes.
be African.
Yes.
Okay, so we decided to look for local farmers in that. From our hydrosols it's the water that is omitted from like a plant or flowers. So the water that evaporates is what we call hydrosols. From our shea butters, all our oils, our essential oils. We actually even get our mica powders from our neighboring also Chad, but in North Africa. Central Africa, and we have tried, gathering information here and there so that we can be able to bless our own. That's how I'd call it, bless our own.
I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. We're here learning hydrosols. We're talking about sourcing products from different parts of Africa, different parts of Africa, Africans for Africans. A friend of Africa is here.
I mean.
We have solutions within us. And she's talking about the Thayu, how Thayu came to be, the products that she uses to just come up with the whole major Thayu skincare line, locally sourced products. And also, just also to mention, apart from the skincare, you've mentioned you also have body products. Maybe you can just mention some of this that your line has.
Okay, so generally, Thayo compromises of 14 products without breaking down the varieties that are in the categories. So we do have also, apart from face, we also do body, in that every product that we use is for brightening, and brightening is giving you a same undertone from head to toe. So we do have body washes from shower gels, scrubs, we have soaps, we have lotions, we have body butters, we have body oils, we have a lot of products. That's why we also customized a very beautiful website that people can go through. Just slowly, it explains what it does and explains what is infused in the product.
Fantastic. Yes. I will take you back to the first time you made the first product, your first line. What was the feeling and what was the reaction, especially after you applied it? What was your first reaction?
Let's go back to Bunny's Blossoms before it became. So I remember that they actually didn't tell anybody in the house. I think I had 5,000 for savings, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Because I can't stay. Because remember, this is the onset of me being in campus, finding my own purpose and gaining my own,
Voice.
Recognition, yes, and being known. So I decided to take my 5K. I didn't even tell anybody from the house. I ran out, I had done my own research, and I found a very good supplier. And I took myself there and I bought the things and went home. The first time I sat down and, nikazipanga zote kwa meza, it was the most liberating thing I've ever had, because I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a solution for my younger sister. And when I made the first batch, I actually took a sample and, applied it on her. I was like, kuja.
We have to try this.
Because I was sure there's nothing chemical we're using. It was only like organic products. I just, applied on her skin. And the next day she woke up, no inflammation, no flares, no itching. That baby slept. And my mom was so happy, and we're like, you know what, we got a solution. So we started selling out in the neighborhood, and the community was really receptive. It really accepted it. And as we moved forward to distributing it, they started buying, and they were like, what is that? It's just butter. No, there's something else you're putting. And that's how we became a household name in the community. So that was the first time I really felt proud of myself, and I was like, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes a community to grow.
It takes a community to grow.
Yes.
So that morning when you woke up with the 5,000, were you at a point where I'm done, or were you frustrated and said, let me go out and look for these products, let me go out and look for a solution for my skin? Or how was the feeling when you decided, let me go for it? Were you frustrated? You get into a point where you're so frustrated, or what led to you saying it's today?
Yeah, you see the way we say diamonds are made under pressure. I think I had a lot of pressure. I'm the type of person who doesn't know how to sit. I will want to do, want to learn, want to move. So I think, yes, I came out of a place of like the pressure. I was like, what am I going to do? I can't just stay at home. I've finished my studies. What do I do next? So I think it was the pressure of, I really need to get, and also my sister having the waking up in the evening and, crying at our door. We put cold water, we try ice baths. She was really going through it. So part of that, and also me wanting to know, how can I capitalize on a problem and give them a solution?
Okay.
So it was more of a, nipe nikupe.
All right. And at the end of the day, help the whole community.
Yeah.
Have your own brand now.
Yeah.
And how did you move? What was that transition from Blossoms now to the Thayu product, to Thayu now?
Wow. That has been a journey. It was one of the most, revolutionary, because I could say that on my part, because I moved from, a baby company to now a teenage company, and I'm looking into an adult company, if you would term it that way. it's something that builds your character before it builds your bank.
Talk about character.
It builds your character before it builds the bank. So
Yeah.
it's something that really before it's more of like you have to plant a seed for it to grow.
Yeah,
so
sure.
right now you have to pour into it more and more. So I'm giving myself grace. First of all, grace is something I have learned by force. It's either I give myself grace or it's not given to me. So I had to understand that.
I totally relate to that. Yeah.
Yes. So being a young lady and, being in this spectrum of growing and people seeing the pace that you're in, unafunga masikio, because the moment you start listening to everybody, remember you're young, it's either you're on a very thin line of you can pick it up or you can drop it all. So it's for you to actually find a balance and realize,
Okay.
Yes.
So from Blossoms, were you only producing the shea butter, or do you have any other products before moving to Thayu?
That's the beautiful thing about Thayu's story. We came from one product to actually 14 products. So that's the beautiful story about it. That's what I'm telling you. From 2023 to 2026, you can see there was a lot of time that we had to curate all these products. And that's why us having that knowledge of knowing that the butter was moving, it's actually one of our strongest product. It's what is
To date?
moving. Yes, to date.
Okay.
It is what we are known for best.
Oh.
We help eczema and children and all that. So it was an amazing transition.
From one
From
product
1
to
to
14
14.
in a period of, let me say, 2 years.
Yes, 2 years.
That has. Did you have any you talked about noise and being a young woman and getting into that space? Did anyone try to tell you something otherwise than what you believed in at that particular point, or how was it? Because I can imagine starting a business, especially not getting something that is ready-made and you're selling it, starting from scratch. Any noise, and how did you maneuver through that?
The noise has to be there. If there's no noise, you're not doing anything because there's no one watching. So it's very important to have the noise, because you have to look at everything as constructive criticism. So because the moment you start taking things negatively is the moment that you give them a leeway. So let's say positively, and luckily, would I say luckily, I'm blessed to come from a very good family that actually supports me. My support system is out of this world, and I think that is what pushed me, because I also have I being the CEO, I also have a team of people who sit me down and they're like, stop taking 2 products. Why are you doing 3? Why are you doing 4? You can actually do 14. And I was like, you know what?
To push you,
yes, I had people to push me. And it was amazing to see that what they saw in me is what I actually had. I hadn't just tapped into it. So it's beautiful to actually surround yourself with people who see the light that you see in yourself.
Okay.
So that is how I got to move. I had people, as much as the noise is there, it couldn't outdo the strength of how much people saw me coming and going and where I'm going to right now.
Okay. And just to conclude on that also, I'd love to ask, since you started using your own products, even for family, for sister, how will you say the change has been, even for your own sisters, since the first day that you applied the shea butter and there was no reaction, she just slept well. What will you say the change has been all through now, the whole family now, as a family?
Okay, so what we have learned as a family is there are a lot of products in the market that actually fasten the results, especially that. That is how you can understand the market when it comes to skincare and cosmetics world. It's a market that is full of very many companies. You'd be shocked by how many companies we have in Kenya.
Yeah.
So us understanding that organic products do take time. That is the first thing we learned. Organic products do take time. And the good thing about organic products is that once they heal you, because organic do tend to heal, once they heal you, there's no going back.
Okay.
It's not like the way you would use something with hydroquinone and other products that are harsh to the skin, and then after a week you're seeing yourself brighten, you see yourself looking good, lightening, and
then immediately you stop, you're back to zero.
Exactly.
Or even sometimes worse.
Yeah. So I've seen people on steroids and actually the body gets addicted. So yes, and they keep on doing it. And when they realize they want to go back to the skin, it's already too late. You see, now they have to manage it, and it brings a lot of conditions. So what we learned is to stay in the waiting. as we wait for the products to peak, because we have now returning customers who are ours, and we hope they're ours forever.
They will be,
Yeah.
and plug me on that too.
Yes, you have to be part of our Thayu Skincare
And
tribe.
I love the fact that you said you're window waiting, that this take time. This is something that most people who are running this business will not tell you. And we're in a generation where we want fast results. It is about the internet. It's about looking good on social media. So today I'm having maybe rashes. I'm having a problem with my skin, and I'll want a product. I need to be up by 1 week. Kesho, I need to be on the screen by Kesho. So please. Fast result product. And what you've said is, with organic, this will take time. I think that's very fantastic to get, So please, you don't want fast products. You want products that at least will help you maintain for a long time, and not just maintain for a long time, just forever. You don't want to use a skincare product that after 1 week, after 2 months, after a month, after 3 months, you're back to zero, -0. But that was fantastic. That was just a moment with Barney's, the CEO of Thayu Products. Make sure you catch up on that.
Absolutely amazing. I am back. You've been with Dorcas Omole right here. The conversation has been catching on. The story is skin. For someone who has not been in a space where skincare has been taken seriously, I am learning quite a lot. First of all, I think I need to first visit a doctor, because if you do not know, some of your health issues could be projecting on your skin. You need to visit a dermatologist. You need to know what's going on. But beyond family history and all this, we now have a product that is answerable to some of these things. It takes us back to, what did African skincare look before we had globalization attacking us? Social media bringing products from all over the world. Did we forget who we are and what skincare felt to us? I'm quite sure it felt like peace and living, but I'm not sure about you. Welcome back. How are you?
Hi, Lee.
How are you feeling? In a mic. Okay, fine. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, and you?
Absolutely amazing. How was your segment? How does it feel to speak of Thayu on these levels, to know that it's a product in the market? How does it feel?
I'm living in answered prayers.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's amazing, living in an answered prayer. And maybe while we try to see how these prayers are being answered forward, and some of these people could be the solution to it, do you think that we trust African products? You've been in the market, you've done the research, you've gone 6 months into the ground. Are people trusting African products? Are we sleeping on our own knowledge?
I feel I would say I would split it 50-50. Some of us want to trust in a scenario that maybe I do trust African products, and then I go and try the African product and they let me down. So sometimes you're skeptical about it. You're going to be like, is it going to work really? Let me try something else. Because sometimes we also take advantage. The market also takes advantage of our own clients, in that they put products that are not supposed to be there. That's why we are very transparent at Thayu. We actually kept certified, which helps us to step into the market knowing confidently we're not going to harm your skin, we're not going to put carcinogenics on your skin. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love the honesty, because you said some of them are taking advantage of us, which is true. Some people, and it's hard for us to call out each other. Have you been in a situation whereby your skin products have faced, some, what did I say? Feedback, and you said, I have to improve on this, or maybe it didn't work on someone, and you said, I'm going to take this seriously because this is an African. We won't lie to people out here.
Yes.
Have you been in such a situation?
I would say yes, I have. I have come across clients who give me constructive criticism.
Absolutely amazing.
And not all of them will come out as soft, just to be honest. Sometimes it comes out harsh, but it's upon me as a person who's the brand, not to throw my hands and be like, whatever. I have to take an initiative and actually look at it and be like, what's the problem? I need to come up with a solution. So yes, I have. Okay. And it's been an interesting journey, because it has helped us. The feedback has helped us to grow, find better solutions for different types of skin, because we understand we do not have the same type of skin. Even if you have oily and I have oily, it's a different type of skin. So people have to understand that we deconstruct in a way that we have to bring it down to your skin color, your skin type, your skin tone, your dietary, your lifestyle, your environment. So yes.
I love that you bring that up and you say that, yes, we've gotten this feedback from people and we've worked upon it. Because sometimes as we want to see Africa rise, there's a need to also hold back a very important feedback to some of these people who are producing this product. I love that. Now, an interesting point you said is research. 6 months. on the ground. We're talking about African products. What are these African products? What are these seeds that we're using? What is this knowledge that we had from our forefathers that we're still sleeping on, and we want to outsource them from outside? And they're right here. The answer is home. What are these African products you're using in your own products?
What I would say is we sat down and did our research in that we had to understand what kind of plant we're using. Plant-based oils, we're using seeds that we press also for oils. We had to do our research. Where do they grow well? Is it on the wetlands, on the dry lands? So it's a that's why it took us 6 months actually. So we had to navigate our way through, and we visited areas like Kikuyu. That is where we actually get our seeds pressed and our hydrosols from. And we sat down with a lady. She's a very amazing woman. She has been shout out to you, and she knows where we've come from. And we sat down, and she was like, you'd be shocked that most of our products, from the butters to the lanolin is what we put in the lotions. All of these things are organic and they're found here. I don't know why we make it upon ourselves. We take a lot of effort to go outside to come up with, and we know those things are chemical based. So whatever we have here is organic, and it is readily available in the market, and very, very affordable.
Yes. Another thing is pricing point.
Yes.
I did go for a skin analysis test, and my oh my, they told me I need to spend 20,000 a month. Now I'm not complaining, but I'm just thinking of how much pressure that is for someone who's probably in campus, who's at entry level, and all these products are from outside. Yet when we do production from home, does the cost reduce, or do we need to pay more for our own products? What are the dynamics there?
I think that is also 50-50 situation again, because we have very different types of clients. So we actually at Thayu, we sell our products at a very affordable price, but just because we are an African brand, people tend to assume that maybe we should be cheaper than we are, but they don't understand the effort that is put behind it, because we have people taking care of these crops, tending to them 24/7, watering them, cutting them down. It's a lot of work that is put into it, but sometimes they feel like maybe they want to lessen your quantity, and they don't understand that the quality was very hard to get in the first place. So it's usually a 50-50 situation, yes, where some people will be like, you know what, for an African product, that is actually
too damn expensive.
Yes, too damn expensive.
Without realizing that there's a lot of effort that goes into it. And this is where the preference of imported comes in. You'd rather spend a lot on imported products than spend a lot on something that is just from your backyard, which is here at home. Again, I'm going to insist on home because I do believe African products have the ability to solve some of our issues. And like we said, this is Friends from Africa for Africa. And once you have a friend who's giving you a solution, please do not hesitate in trying to look for solutions elsewhere. You find them right here on Friends from Africa for Africa. I think that's it for me. I'm quite honored to have you here. It's been such an amazing, and I can't wait for Thayu to offer peace and living, like you said. I hope it does not. I am skeptical about how social media has made skincare feel. Pressure.
Yeah.
It has made it feel like if you do not have it, you're not an it girl.
You've not stepped up.
You've not stepped up. So you can imagine this pressure of skincare. I've not bought makeup. I've literally I don't have 25 shower gels. When do we rest, right? When do we rest? So we need to rest, and that is what Thayu is offering, peace and living. And please remember, it's a whole system. There are farmers behind this. There are people who are doing the manufacturing itself. By the time you see the product on your shelves, please learn to trust. And today, that is what we're trying to say. Trust your African product. Trust that product that is just on your backyard, processed, manufactured right here at home, and let's give rise to some of this. Maybe before we even cut it, do you think the market itself, the business market in Kenya, before we go to the African one, is friendly to such a business right now?
To be honest, I feel like closed mouths don't get fed in this market. So the moment you play small, you want to sit small, you're gonna become small. So you have to, get your teeth out, your gut open, and bite it with your whole. That's why social media is really a plus when it comes to small businesses. It is actually, you see, like now you've carried me forward to another state, and another person will be like, I'd like to have you on your show. So it's a good thing. You just have to go out there and try your level best. But to be honest, it's let the best winner win.
Let the best winner win. I hope the policies that are supporting your businesses, small businesses in Kenya, and we're heading somewhere. And we hope to transcend from Kenya to South Africa to Nigeria to Algeria. Thayu is there for you, and you can find peace in your own little Madagascar. All right, it's also African. So let's have a good time when it comes to these particular products. Let's seek peace, let's seek living, because these products are our very own. Thank you so much.